For many Minnesota concertgoers, Alan Sparhawk is an unforgettable name. With a career spanning over 2 decades, 4 musical groups, and countless genres, the Duluth musician is known for his electrifying live performances. We caught up with Sparhawk after his performance with blues rock group Black Eyed Snakes at Midwest Music Fest. We spoke about his influences, his sound, and what his work means to him. I'm Willard Huyck, and this is the live feed on KQAL.
I need some water. That's gonna give us a...
I'm Willard Huyck here with Alan Sparhawk of the Black Eyed Snakes. How's it going, Alan?
Good. Yeah, a little, wiped out, but that little adrenaline rush wiped out when you get done doing something that's fun, but physically difficult, I guess, sometimes, yeah.
So give listeners kind of a sense of what you guys played tonight.
Well, we're kind of, I guess, on the outset, it kind of seems like blues music. We're kind of tapping on some of the old forms of blues, but it's also kind of a loud band. We're kind of punk and a lot of, we're kind of hammering on riffs and kind of blues motifs and sometimes it's a little closer to blues sounding. Sometimes it sounds like a complete mess. And somewhere in there's some sort of effort at trying to tap into this primal thing that is rhythm and blues, and harmonics, and it's interesting. It's kind of we've been doing it for a long time, so it's kind of weird seeing some old guys up there hammering away, but it's pretty universal music, and I've really learned to respect its roots and where it came from and stuff as I've played it over the years and learned about it more and more.
In addition to the Black Eyed Snakes, Sparhawk has been involved with several other projects, notably Duluth rock band Low and alternative duo The Murder of Crows.
I guess kind of when I was living in Duluth, I was kind of going to college and played in a band and did different things, and you'd meet friends and different people in the scene, and early on as you're trying to struggle to find space for the few bands in town to play, you get to know each other. With Low, we were lucky. We were able to kind of go out and travel and make records and do that, but I don't know, in some ways it kind of opened up the opportunity and the possibility to work with other people, and other friends. Black Eyed Snakes just kind of started out of just casual. We thought we'd do some local shows and be kind of fun to play kind of some blues-based kind of, punk kind of raw music. There's definitely things like John Lee Hooker and Howlin' Wolf and some of these people that we kind of draw on, and it was just kind of a curiosity with that kind of music, and it turned into something that's pretty fun to play live. And then with Galen, we met kind of to work on a project for this performance, doing some music for a film, and ended up becoming pretty fast friends and doing some music together and some shows. And obviously Galen has gone on and done quite a few different things, and she's touring the world. She's been pretty busy the last couple of years, and that's been pretty cool. But I don't know. I think anybody who lives in a smaller community and is doing art or music or anything like that, you realize that the scene is so small that you become friends and you kind of help each other and root for each other and work with each other. And when you have an idea, you reach out to the people that are in that scene because they're close to you, and you try things. And sometimes it's just once, and sometimes it ends up being a band that you do quite a few things with.
how would you describe your band's live performance style?
Well, it's very primal. We're kind of sticking with raw rhythms. There's not a lot of changes and things to keep track of. Like, oh, oops, let's see, 4 more beats and I got to change this chord. It's not a lot of thinking like that. A lot of repetition. Or sometimes with blues music, you're kind of hanging in a certain harmonic thing, and you're just kind of vamping on a chord and a rhythm, and then at some point you do a change, and then you go back to that original thing. And so in some ways it's very simple, and in a lot of ways it can be very complex because you're having to listen more to kind of your physical engagement with it, and it's kind of an unspoken thing that you're kind of chasing and trying to find that pocket. You're trying to find a spot where the rhythm has a feel and it holds together, and it's always floating. Same thing with the harmonic thing with the music that's going on. You're kind of creating kind of textures and mood, sometimes vibe. Sometimes you're doing everything you can to just create as much energy and explosion as you can. So I don't know. They're very simple tools, but it's the tools that people have been using forever, and it's tools that we've been hearing in music for decades. And so, in some ways, you kind of have to just trust yourself and trust that you've heard this music all your life, and you've kind of tried to figure it out. And at a certain point, you have to let go and let it come out of you. And you'd be surprised. Music is a pretty gracious thing. If you just open your mouth and give it some respect, it'll come out of you, and you'll realize that has very little to do with you, and everything to do with just trying to align yourself and your perception with the universe, and letting happen what already the universe wants to happen.
This is another one we've been asking people all week, and it's how we always evoke some fun answers. Whether it's new or old, what have you been listening to lately, and what can you recommend?
Well, I've been listening to this. There's a new artist named Mitski. Well, she's not new, but she's kind of new. She has a couple records. Mitski is her name. She's some pretty cool stuff. I think her last record, not the most recent one, but the one she did before, is my favorite, and it's a little more raw. And you get a little more sense of kind of the personal on her. But she's very good. There's a bunch of Alice Coltrane records that I've kind of discovered recently. I mean, I always kind of had 3 or 4 of them that I really liked. I was really into them. But then I keep coming across more and more records that she did that I didn't realize existed. And that's been pretty mind-blowing. But some really intense, very spiritual, very, very soulful, heartfelt music, and really humbling to listen to.
to sing along? All right.
I guess simply put, what's Black Eyed Snakes up to? Are you guys working on any new music? Do you have any tours or shows coming up in soon? What can listeners look forward to from you guys?
Well, we did just put out a new recording. There's a bunch of stuff that we've been working on for a few years, and the record's called 7 Horses, and I don't know, we've been just kind of doing shows. We've been pretty lucky to be able to play at a lot of places regionally, southern Minnesota, Wisconsin, down into Michigan and Illinois sometimes, but I don't know. Yeah, we play around. It's fun. It's kind of a good local band, I mean, it's not, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a band that has to have songs or hit songs or get press. It's just kind of a good band for the bar, and a good band for festivals that want to have some something in the background that sounds like a wild party.
So whether it be a website, social media, what would be a good resource for listeners to learn more about Black Eyed Snakes? What would be a good avenue for that?
I don't know. I mean, we don't really have much of a social media presence. I think there's a Facebook page that might have some dates on it. We don't mind being kind of under the radar, and there's people who look us up, and it's fun when people find us.
Alan, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Great set.
Oh, I can hear that thing now. Let's hear that. Let's hear that thing. Oh, yeah, man. Turn that thing up. Turn that thing up. Yeah. Oh, keep it up. Keep it up. Don't get tired. Don't get tired. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't get tired. goes down, down.
Thanks again to Alan Sparhawk of the Black Eyed Snakes for joining us on this episode of the live feed. To stream today's episode or any other episode of the live feed, visit kqal.org and select the media tab. I'm Willard Huyck. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to The Live Feed. The Live Feed is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. For more information on tonight's show, visit us at kqal.org.